Hey guys, good evening. It is well, actually good morning. It's 12:30 in the morning. Should be in bed, but I'm not, obviously, because if I was, and if I was making this, that would be some crazy sleepwalking type weird thing that I'll do at night. So this is another sessions video that I thought I'll do because earlier on I made a tutorial which I got requested to make by a YouTube user, which was on wide arches. So when I done the tutorial, I saved it, and then after I finished the tutorial, I was kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of started playing around with the car and the arches, and I kind of created something very simple. I didn't do a lot to it, but I thought, this actually looks pretty good, and it kind of inspired me with the whole backdrop of this image. It's kind of a pretty good idea that I had in my mind, so I thought I'll share it with you guys. This is going to be quite a short sessions video. As always, I'm going to talk you through exactly what I've done, some techniques and tips for you guys, and hopefully you can take something away from it. So if I just cover the first layer, obviously what I've done here is I've actually just lowered the car, okay, and as you can see, pretty straightforward stuff that we already learnt. And then as per the tutorial, I just made the front arch wider, and also the same for the rear arch. I made it wider to give it this wide arch appearance, and as you can see, it actually makes it look much more aggressive. And this is the point when I finished the tutorial, I thought, hey, that actually looks really good. So what else I've done as well, if I take this away, I've actually debadged the Focus, the Ford and the RS badges off of there to give it a more sort of street look. And then like I said, I've done the arches, and by doing that, if you just watch the tutorial on wide arch conversion, you'll see how I've done it. I'm not going to go into it here. Then what I did is I collapsed the whole project by hitting Control Shift and E on the keyboard, and that actually just groups all of the layers into one image. Then I made a copy of that image, and I added, I believe it was a multiply filter, okay, and as you can see, it gives it this kind of like evening ambience look, because that's what I got inspired from, with regards to the background. So if you see the background, it looks like it should be at night because of all the colours. So multiply usually gives it a nice darkening sort of, I don't know, dusk type effect, and that's what I was going for. So that's half the workflow, and then this is what I started to do, playing around with it. So what I've done here, guys, is basically I've added a lens flare into the both eyelids, and what I've also done is I've actually taken away the number plate and just literally cloned this front radiator honeycomb sort of effect into the bumper to give it a more aggressive look, if you like. And I've smoothed the arches a bit more, worked on the shading, a bit of darkening as well under the tyres here to give it a bit more effect. And then what I did, guys, is actually smooth the door handle. Now I had problems doing this with the patch tool, and like what we normally do is go around it and then move it across and substitute it. So what I actually done is I created this door handle cover layer, okay, which as you can see, it takes it away. And what I basically did, which is a good tip, guys, if you are finding it hard to patch certain areas, is I actually just made a copy, like a highlighted selection like that. Yes, I know. I moved it across, I hit Control C and Control V, so it pastes literally that square in a new layer, which is the door handle cover. And as you'll be able to see, if I move it away when I show it, that's pretty much what it is. And as you can see, you can edit it for perfect detail to get rid of the door handle without having to do the patch. And as you can see, it gives quite good results. So I've done that. And then as always, guys, the corner picture of the original image, copyright, where I got the image from, and then I've done this sort of like Ford Focus RS type chiseling effect in the background in the stone. And that's the image, guys. So that's the Ford Focus RS. Like I said, very simple. I didn't even touch any of the bodywork. I mean, I was contemplating whether to make the arches wider, and then also widen the actual side skirt and this rear panel here, just extend it out a bit. But to be honest, it was something I was only messing around with, so I didn't decide to do that. So so guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy it. I'm so tired. I'm really gonna go to sleep after this. But yeah, as you can see, the result is really good, and for what, maybe, don't know, it took me about 50 minutes, not even that, to be honest. And to be honest, I reckon it's one of the nicest, cleanest works I've done. Well, you know, considering the amount of time it took. So that's Ford Focus RS Sessions video done. Questions and comments, as always, guys, please leave them behind. Subscribe if you like my stuff. And if you need any tips or trips, I need to get some sleep. Tricks or tips, just ask me, guys, and you know, I can hopefully point you forward to a few different techniques to achieve certain effects. Got some cool upcoming tutorials coming up as well. I'm hoping to do one on a Lambo door conversion. I'm hoping to do one not really on cars, but on Photoshop as a whole and what everything does, well, as much as we can cover in 10 minutes, so you guys get a better understanding of Photoshop if your knowledge isn't 100% there. Just so obviously it can open up a whole array of new tools that you can utilize when you do your work. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm going to do another tutorial soon as well on changing the backdrop, which is one that a lot of people want to know, so I'm going to do that as well. So I've got a lot of cool things coming up, guys. Also, if you guys get a chance, head over to www.modified.tv. It's a cool site that's you know, trying to build up its sort of popularity, if you like, and it deals with like modified tuned cars and virtual tuning as well. Bunch of nice guys on that website. Got a message from them through YouTube, so I checked out the site and it's pretty cool, so I do advise you guys to take a look. There's some pretty good work there by some artists, so you know, go there and support them if you can. And that's about it, guys, so I guess I'll see you for the next tutorial. I don't know when it's going to be, but when it's out, if you've subscribed, you'll know it's there. Thanks for your time, and if you're watching this at the same time that I made it, go to bed. It's not worth it. I'll see you guys later. Take care.